Hey guys, this is the episode you've been waiting for. You just didn't know it yet. Sandu Lungu is a pure savage. Thousands of years ago, this guy would have been the baddest gladiator out there, ripping heads off. No talent wasted here, he chose to be a fighter, something he was born for on this planet. Get ready, because you're about to witness one of the wildest finishes in Sandu's career. And as always, quick reminder before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe. Come on, get those fingers loose with a few clicks. Let's go.
Sandu looking the fresher of the two men. Big right hand. The cleaner punches coming in from Sandu. And Rocky is down. The punches to the face. And he taps.
Let's start with Sandu Lungu versus Mighty Mo. Mo is a K1 veteran. He loves that good old fist fight. So no wonder both fighters started throwing down immediately. The fight begins and Lungu shows off his strength with a slow but powerful takedown attempt.
Atâtea victime. Se duce Sandu în clinch. Reușește Mighty Mo să iasă.
Mo fires back with some early strikes, while Lungu goes for another clinch.
Vedeți și cu low kick, Mighty Mo, căsată de acea dreaptă.
Se duce aproape Sandu Lungu și
And then, just look at this monster of a punch from Lungu that instantly drops Mo.
Mighty Mo încasează acum o lovitură de stânga. Oh, ce dreaptă Sandu Lungu!
Reușește el acum!
Mighty Mo prăvălit și victorie pentru Sandu Lungu, absolut incredibil ce se întâmplă în sala poli.
That's it. A few brutal ground and pound shots seal the deal. That's the power of super heavyweight, power that only a few men on this planet possess.
Că nu se calmează, cea mai puternică lovitură de pumn, un român o are, a spus Sandu ceva mai devreme la cameră. Și iată finalul, această dreaptă în bărbie. I-a tras preșul de sub el lui Mighty Mo. N-am văzut niciun protest din partea lui Mighty Mo la această decizie. A căzut pur și simplu pe spate Mighty Mo, iată-l.
Next up, Sandu Lungu versus Andrei Kulik. The fight starts and Kulik is all over the place, bouncing around like he's about to set the dance floor on fire. Sandu pushes him up against the fence, throwing no punches, just imposing his pure presence. Andrei lands a few leg kicks and keeps circling around. At one point, Sandu just stands in the middle of the octagon and stares Andrei straight in the eyes.
Da, dezamăgit Sandu Lungu de această...
Contact, please!
A dead silence there. No trash talk, something primal. Andrei though doesn't take the bait. He refuses to engage and Sandu even starts taunting him. Nice dance moves, bro.
Fantastic și Sandu Lungu.
From that point, Sandu decides, alright, if you don't want to fight, I'll just destroy you. He charges forward hard, traps Andrei near the cage and unloads on him with heavy hands.
Secunde. Wow, cum și-a ferit capul de acolo Kulik.
Da, și vine dreapta lui Sandu Lungu și unde mai fuge acum polonezule?
That's it, Andrei is done. And listen to the roar of this wild beast.
Încasat în plin, iată și pe Sandu Lungu acoperit de...
For such a heavy guy, Sandu closes the distance pretty quick. Impressive.
I-o fi dat acolo
Iată și reluarea,
polonezul.
o dreaptă peste a lui Sandu. Aici, da, aici l-a șters polonezul la arcadă și i-a deschis acea tăitură, însă a fost doar o zgârietură. Și aici vine dreapta directă în nas, încasată, nu mai ai nevoie de altceva. Iată lovitură ratată, încă o lovitură ratată. A tot lăsat capul în jos polonezul, dar până când...
Next up, Sandu Lungu versus Mahmoud Hassan. The fight starts and we've got an action right away.
As we go into round one. And Mahmoud Hassan wastes no time.
They clinch and Sandu immediately pins Hassan against the cage with that ridiculous power. The difference in strength is unreal. And look at this, a brutal slam from Lungu.
Controls some of the heavyweight boxing champion of Egypt's fists. And Sandu lifts it like a ragdoll.
A 110-kilogram player.
Sandu goes straight for a choke, but he doesn't quite get it. Still, trying to get out from under Lungu is a challenge on its own. Good luck with that.
He's refusing to quit. The Egyptian is refusing to tap, regardless of the fact he can't breathe. And Sandu aims to get him from behind.
Egyptian escapes.
Mahmoud struggles to escape Lungu's crushing grip, and in the end he gets choked out.
Sandu trying to choke the life out of his man. Mahmoud Hassan with his hands up in the air showing he's okay.
And he taps. Mahmoud Hassan is tapped. The strength of Sandu finally pays dividend with 150 kilos.
And honestly, it's hard to tell whether Mahmoud tapped from the choke itself or from pure desperation under this tank of a man.
The blood to your brain, and when they start to shut down, you have no choice but to tap or to fall asleep.
Those arms bigger than a lot of people's legs.
Let's move on to Sandu Lungu versus Martin Chude. Round 1. Lungu, as always, look for that close distance fight. He knows that as soon as he gets his hands on Martin, it's his world. But Martin is pretty dynamic. He does a decent job circling backward and stinging Lungu with single shots.
Work that inside low kick. Legs are obviously his tactic for this fight.
Stalking his man, doing what he does best.
By the second minute of the round, Lungu actually falls after throwing and missing a looping punch. Still, Lungu is relentless. He presses Martin against the cage with bad intentions, and both fighters exchange powerful shots.
This is where you don't want to be, and that right hand wobbled Martin Hude. One right hand just glimpsed him.
Lungu ends up bleeding from a cut he suffered in that exchange. Yeah, Sandu's biggest weakness is probably how easily he gets cut. It's not an easy round for Lungu. Martin's solid kicks and footwork make it hard for him to pin Chude down.
Alexander Lungu.
By the end of the round, Martin is already winded from all that movement, and Lungu uses the opportunity to score his first takedown.
And he sweeps him to the floor, as I said.
Once it hits the ground, it's easy work for Sandu. He controls Martin with no trouble for the rest of the round and lands heavy ground and pound.
Tara's man, believe me, that's a claustrophobic experience. With 10 seconds left. Taking some hard punches to the head. Sandu looking to finish. But is it enough?
Round 2. Lungu comes out with one intention: go straight after Martin and destroy him for what he did to his face. Sandu closes the distance immediately and gets a beautiful takedown.
There we go.
The leg. There it is, 2-0, like I said.
That's the breaking point for Martin. He clearly doesn't want to experience another round of punishment on the mat, and he basically taps out like, yeah, you got me, big boy, now get the hell off me.
One of the world's largest judo masters.
And honestly, fair enough. Just from the end of that first round, it was obvious. Once the fight hits the mat, Martin has no chance.
The winner is, by tap out, make some noise for Sandu Lungu!
Another guy who got to test just how tough things can get with Lungu on the ground is a pretty heavy dude himself, Peter Ballas. The fight starts and within seconds, Lungu goes for his signature rush to grab hold of Peter.
If either of these guys lands a big bomb, it's good night, Irene.
Lungu has 21 more fights in his career, and here we go. Oh, he got tagged. Lungu got tagged on the way in, but that's not going to stop him.
He does get tagged in the process, but it barely slows him down. If Sandu Lungu decides he's taking you down, you're probably going down, no matter how big you are. After some clinch work, Lungu secures his hard-earned takedown. And here we go again. Lungu going for that smother choke.
With his shoulder, he's applying pressure with his arm.
There's the tap. I don't believe it.
Yep.
I mean, does he actually choke these guys, or is it just pure caveman savagery? Hard to tell. But one thing's certain, whatever that is, that's not something you'd ever want to experience in your life.
Take a look at some highlights. It's not really a highlight, but look at it. What can you do about that? Absolutely nothing.
Now, if you're tired of the ground game, don't worry, because we're moving on to some of the most wicked knockouts from Sandu Lungu in kickboxing. Sandu Lungu vs Freighted ranking. The fight starts and Lungu immediately drops Freighted with a fast left hook.
He's been fighting for years and years. I refereed him. Whoop.
Caught him with a little left hook there.
That was a short left hook, but it must have hit him right on the button.
He gets back up, but it doesn't take too long before Lungu delivers another takedown.
Well, the referee letting the action continue.
Oh,
And he flattens him there with a right hook.
a right hook.
Frey barely stands after the second one. Honestly, he should have just stayed down, because the moment he stands, he's sent straight back to the canvas by another attack from Sandu. The ref steps in like, alright pal, you should have trained a little harder for this savage. Weird guy, it almost looked like he was so intimidated by Sandu's power that he was just looking for a way out.
Caught him with, just missed with that right up there. Just biding his time. Catches him big, puts him face down.
Next up, Sandu Lungu vs Zoltan and 80. Round 1. Zoltan tries to work from a distance, but Lungu isn't letting him breathe from the very start.
Both individuals here in this super heavyweight contest, and that is no joke.
Let me tell you something, Sandu Lungu lost a lot of weight for this fight.
Lungu
unloading with some punches and...
Honestly, Zoltan looks like the kind of guy you'd find in a random MMA gym, who agreed to fight Lungu for the smallest paycheck. And I'm not even talking about him looking out of shape. His technique was clumsy, and Lungu clearly didn't feel any danger coming from him.
Very cautious in this battle. Look at how wide his eyes are. Looks like he's just seen a ghost. Lungu tries to unload with the right hand, but he was out of range.
By the end of the round, Lungu starts tagging him with power shots, and boom, first knockdown.
Amazing.
Absolutely. That one backed him up. Lungu unloads with a left now and another one, and down he goes!
And the look on Zoltan's face after he hits the canvas, terrified, like he just saw something unholy. He managed to survive the round somehow. But the second round is where Zoltan's lights get shut off completely. Right at the beginning, Lungu lands a short left hook right on the chin.
So this crowd knows him. They've seen him fight here before. Whoa! He just popped him! Lungu just popped him! And he just dropped!
And that was all she wrote. Fight over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by...
Another brutal KO Sandu delivered came against Satish Jamai. Right at the start of the fight, Jamai comes out showing some sloppy leg kicks. Sandu even taunts him a little, drops his hands like, alright, now try that on the chin. Lungu looks completely relaxed in this one. He starts zeroing in on Satish's chin, and by the second minute of the round, drops him with a heavy 1-2.
This is why they call him...
That wakes Satish up real fast. Suddenly he's trying something a bit more serious on offense, instead of those lazy leg kicks.
They're not gonna hold these two, I'm sorry.
You know, Sandu just played in a movie 1 month ago, and he wasn't too hurried to train, but I can see him in a big shape.
And check this out, Sandu lands a solid shot, and Satish throws his hands up like, yeah baby, I survived a clean one from Lungu.
Oh, and again! Time after time! Lungu with the big haymakers!
Sandu tries to put him to sleep before the bell. Doesn't quite get it, but still it's a dominant round.
Stalking his man across the ring. Closing seconds now. The 10-second hammer went down. You could barely hear it. Let's take another look here at what happened in round number 1. Lungu blasted him a couple times. Look at that shot. Whoa!
Wow. That was in the chin.
I didn't think he was going to get up.
Yeah. Wow.
Round 2. Sandu picks up right where he left off, marching straight after Jamai's head.
Of super heavyweight fighters.
Wow.
Oh my!
Satish tries to land something of his own, but gets dropped by a perfect counter from Lungu.
Pride.
Absolutely, a world champion.
Yeah.
Oh! And he popped Lungu with the right hand. Looking down here in round 2.
Oh,
but he went down. Oh, wow, and his eyes just rolled back in his head.
Wow.
What a fight this! Oh, he goes down again! For God's sake!
After that knockdown, Sandu seems to make a decision. This guy is visiting the Shadow Realm before this round ends. He starts raining punches on Jamai to close the show.
Some people are hiding their faces, I can see.
Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, and he's it! That's gotta be it now! It's over!
Another body drops. Another KO victory for Sandu Lungu.
Vă așteptăm la Columbus, sub pasatul Vulturul Negru, la petrecerea de după gală. Vă mulțumim că ați fost alături de noi.
Next up, Sandu Lungu vs Vincent Liepgretz. The first round starts and Vincent tries to keep Lungu at bay with those front kicks. Lungu's tactic, as always, is to get in close and try to knock Vincent's head off his shoulders.
Stângă bună pentru Lungu, Alexandru Lungu, sau oricum a fost bine făcut pasul înapoi de Lungu, bună eschiva, cade un pic cu capul pe adversar.
And you can see it on Vincent's face, when Sandu lands. It's a different kind of power. He doesn't like it, he doesn't appreciate it. Still, fair play to Vincent. He managed to land some solid kicks in this round, and fights Lungu back well in that opening frame.
Încă o dreaptă, peste umărul adversarului și lucrurile nu stau deloc bine pentru olandezul din Eindhoven, care începe să simtă forța loviturilor. Foarte bună dreapta, lovitură repetată, olandezul e descumpănit, acolo încearcă să se apere, dând din brațe, una evident mai bună pentru el. Încă o dreaptă și încă una.
Second round. Vincent now tries to meet Lungu with counterpunches, but Lungu is like an armored vehicle. He absorbs everything Vincent throws and starts landing powerful combinations.
O dreaptă aruncată de olandez, dar vine seria românului din față să dea la o parte brațele olandezului, vine stânga, excelentă dreapta, pentru că iată Lungu practic îl mută dintr-o parte într-alta și lucrurile s-ar putea termina aici.
Lungu traps him in the corner and here comes the first knockdown.
Blochează lovitura de picior și dă drumul la brațe, iar adversarul se prăbușește aici. Semnele sunt...
As soon as Vincent stands up, the second knockdown follows.
Sandu se grăbește un pic, simte că poate încheia totul aici. La categoria asta, la greutatea asta, riscurile sunt mari, orice lovitură poate schimba soarta unei lupte. Și de ce să-i permiți adversarului asta când poți să-l termini? Iată, cu un croșeu de dreapta.
But Liepgretz isn't done yet, for the moment. From here, it's only a matter of time before Lungu scores that third knockdown and wins the fight.
Singurul lucru favorabil pentru olandez este doar să nu îi se facă lui Sandu Lungu milă de el. Altfel, dreapta aceea și încă o dată...
Now one guy who had absolutely no business being in the ring with Sandu Lungu was Brados Bradosti. To fight off monstrosity like Sandu Lungu, a smaller man, you need at least a decent speed advantage and the ability to fight while moving backwards. This guy had none of that. As soon as Lungu started catching him with clean shots, Brados was dropping immediately.
O dreapta lui Lungu, nu percute dreapta, Brados e jos. Brados se aruncă din nou la podea.
And if the first knockdowns weren't too bad for him, the third one was the finish line. After Lungu cracked him with powerful right hand, Brados face planted and couldn't get up for a while.
Continuă să urce în ring, să evolueze ca sportiv profesionist.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have that dog in you, my advice is don't even consider fighting a much heavier, experienced fighter like that.
Sandu Lungu este un exemplu de voință.
Now back to MMA. Sandu Lungu vs Gyula Shuenazi. The fight starts with Gyula moving, bouncing and letting those kicks fly. For a minute, it's not easy for Lungu to close in on him. He tries to clinch up, but Gyula unloads knees from the tie clinch, which forces Lungu to back off for a moment.
O repriză cu el, atunci va da el 1000 de euro, să vedem care va fi.
Blochează bine, cel puțin până acum, Suhani, reușește să...
Still, you need more than that to slow down Lungu. He shoots for another takedown, this time successfully. They grapple on the ground for a bit and Lungu again goes for that smother choke.
Vine în control deasupra, un control foarte bun și renunță la meci.
I'm starting to understand it. He puts all the force and weight of his body onto the head and neck of his opponent. The opponent yells out, "I can't breathe," and the ref steps in to stop the fight. A simple but effective technique, though you have to be an absolute tank of a man to pull it off. That's about it, guys. Have a great day, and I'm out.